Jason, you wrote the script for this not thinking it was going to be a movie that you would direct.
That's right.
And how was it that you stepped into the director's chair?
It was just a very personal story that I didn't have designs on directing, because I'd never directed before. But as I kept revising it, and it just became more and more personal. And nobody paid me to write it. It was just mine. So I thought, hey, what's the worst that could happen if I just raise my hand and say, what about me? You know. And then there was a long journey here. But yeah, that was pretty much. I just had a little epiphany. Why not me?
And now, Elisabeth Boyd, the heart of the movie is really your two characters as two people who've sort of come together in unlikely circumstances, and you're sort of circling each other, trying to size each other up, and a lot of those scenes don't have a lot of dialogue to them, and I'm curious, for the two of you, what was it like to have those scenes that were pretty quiet?
I loved it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to do the non-dialogue kind of scene, and felt like you're back in kind of school or something like
Especially
that.
a lot of the first stuff that we shot was very minimal dialogue, because we spent like a week in the house first, and it's just me and him. And it was like being in this kind of lovely little like bubble for a while, that we then sort of got out and had new friends come into our family, like Octavia and Waleed, and but it was nice those first few days. It really helped us to establish our connection as actors, and become friends.
It's a different type of love story too, I believe. It's quite intimate without really any touching.
Yeah, without any sort of a lot of physical intimacy.
Yeah, and I'll add that these two work so intuitively on such a high level that it allowed it to work that way. That
they were
finding small moments, and we would just keep the camera rolling, you know. And it was
applesauce.
It was a
Applesauce.
the applesauce moment.
Applesauce scene. Everyone's gonna watch it and be like, "What? I don't get it. It's not that big of a deal." We did this scene where like I'm eating applesauce, and he just let the camera roll, and this very cool thing happened that we thought it was very cool as actors and director.
I also thought it was cool.
And it was just a moment of connection that was honestly unlike anything I've ever experienced in like 7 years of doing this. And that was really the end. That was like we were established as two actors working together after that scene, right?
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, it really clicked.
That was so amazing. We totally nerded out. We're like, no, it's so cool. I just sat there and he just let the camera roll, and then this total nerding out.
I love it.
Right?
And
He told me about
I'm an
it.
acting nerd too, so I was like, guys,
That was amazing. And then I think
and they're like, we have to move on.
and then we did like another take, and like we kind of like tried to keep rolling, and it was just like, no, we're done.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
move
got
on.
the bag.
I think you are kind of like,
It's not
I
gonna
don't
happen
think anything's
again.
gonna happen again. Yeah. But no, it was.
And now, Octavia, your character in the movie is someone who is really the only person that kind of gives Boyd's character a second chance, like a new chance once he's gotten out of prison. And is that what attracted you to the character?
That's one of the elements. I just thought it was a really beautiful, intricate look at what our society is. We all are inundated with what we think people's lives are and what they actually are. And then when you're confronted with the choice of being the Good Samaritan, will you be the Good Samaritan or will you look the other way? And I thought Jason wrote an amazing script. I wanted to be a part of it.
And Jason, now tell me a little bit about working with a cast like this, especially as a first-time director.
Right.
I mean, not only like how do you get that cast together, but then also once you have them on set and you're working with them, what is that like?
Well, it was a dream. I mean, obviously, I think these are some of the best actors working today, and you know, it was an incredible process of bringing them on and pitching to them that, you know, one thing that I said to them was, you know, I'm never going to pretend I know things that I don't. But what I do know is I know this story. It's in my blood. I know what it needs to look like, breathe like, feel like. I'm going to hire the best possible people we can, and I'm going to be there with you because I understand acting. I was an actor for 10, 15 years, and that I knew I could hold on to. And so, yeah, the buzz was incredible getting to shape it. I mean, they don't need that much shaping. I mean, they came in just they came in hot. But it was, yeah, it's a true joy. That's what I hope that if they let me make another one of these, I mean, and another one, then that's what I hope to be able to do is be a part of these amazing performances. That's the buzz for me. So I mean, it was a great honor of my life to get to work with these actors.